Welcome back to Stratford Report. This is Manchester United Evening News. Man United transfer news. Live. Ruben Amorim sack latest. Zinedine Zidane odds. Gareth Southgate shortlisted Zinedine Zidane's two Man United demands amid Ruben Amorim sack pressure. Ruben Amorim is under increasing pressure at Manchester United after Brentford ran out 3-1 winners on Saturday, leading to managerial links with Zinedine Zidane. Former France international Emmanuel Petit has previously claimed that Zinedine Zidane would need demands to be met before taking charge of Manchester United. The Champions League winning head coach has been mentioned in the conversation to replace Ruben Amorim as pressure mounts. United failed to make it back-to-back wins as they failed to build on last weekend's triumph over Chelsea, with Brentford running out 3-1 winners on Saturday. Two first-half strikes from Igor Thiago gave the visitors a mountain to climb following a slow start in the capital. Amorim continues to face speculation over an exit after failing to arrest their inconsistency and poor form. It has led to Zidane being linked with the post, but should a decision be taken, they will have to coax however Man U draw up three-man shortlist of Premier League managers as Ratcliffe prepares backup plan after Amorim's struggles. Three-man are Oliver Glasner, Fabian Herzler, and Andoni Iraola are among the coaches under consideration to replace Ruben Amorim if he is sacked by Manchester United. Other news: Gary Neville has delivered a scathing assessment of the current state of Ruben Amorim's Manchester United, declaring it ridiculous that Mason Mount has been playing wing-back. Neville has admitted he is worried about United as he raised serious doubts about the club's direction under Amorim. United suffered a third defeat in 6 Premier League games this season when they were beaten 3-1 at Brentford on Saturday, with Amorim's side failing to build on the previous week's win over Chelsea. United have still not back-to-back Premier League games under the head coach. "I'm very worried," he said on the Gary Neville podcast. Meanwhile, after Manchester United's miserable Premier League campaign continued on Saturday evening as they slumped to a 3-1 defeat against Brentford at the G-Tech Community Stadium. However, Manchester United were left feeling robbed in their 3-1 defeat away to Brentford on Saturday after a highly controversial refereeing decision went against them in a pivotal moment. With the score at 2-1, Nathan Collins dragged back Bryan Mbeumo as the forward raced through on goal. Many expected a straight red card for denying a clear goal-scoring opportunity. Yet referee Craig Pawson only showed yellow after a lengthy VAR review. To add salt to the wound, Bruno Fernandes's penalty was then saved by Kawimin Kelleher, leaving United furious and empty-handed. United's frustration was heightened by the fact that this was their best chance to get back into the game. Fernandes, already under pressure after missing earlier this season, saw his effort turned away as Kelleher guessed correctly. The long VAR delay disrupted his rhythm, but more significantly, the decision not to send Collins off left the visitors feeling as though justice had not been served. Man Ut head coach Ruben Amorim disagreed with the decision not to send off Brentford defender Nathan Collins for his pull on Bryan Mbeumo. "They told me Bryan was not in control of the ball. I think he was not in control of the ball because he was pulled," Amorim said in his post-match press conference. On Igor Thiago, "He's a top human being. He had to suffer last season being out injured the whole time. I know what type of person and the qualities he has as a football. That's the key for the team. They will get better. Better. Damsgaard was supplying a different front line last year. This one has a lot of potential. We didn't want to sit back and absorb pressure. We wanted to take the game to them. We wanted to get that third goal. The narrative of the club, I've heard a lot about it. But I'm calm about the situation." Amorim believers will point at the VAR controversy. But their critics will show a lack of cutting edge up front. After issues in their system saw them start poorly, their front three hasn't really worked, while Fernandes would have changed the game had he converted his penalty. PGMOL issue explanation for Collins let off. The PGMOL have said that Collins wasn't sent off because Mbeumo wasn't in control of the ball. Critics will respond that he wasn't in control of the ball because he was pulled back. And in any case, You don't need to be in control of the ball for it to be deemed a clear goal-scoring opportunity. You only have to be likely to. Hence why Robert Sanchez was sent off last week for Chelsea for a similar challenge on Mbeumo outside the box. Richards described the 2 goals United conceded in the opening 20 minutes as shambolic. For the first, Harry Maguire tried to play offside, but his starting position was a yard off the halfway line. For the second, Kevin Shade exploited space on the right side of United's defense and delivered a low cross that goalkeeper Altay Bayindir pushed into the danger zone. VAR confirmed he was just onside, with Harry Maguire's back foot playing him on. Thiago doubled the lead shortly after, leaving United stunned and on the ropes. Benjamin Sesko briefly lifted United's spirits with his first goal for the club. Manchester United are yet to win back-to-back games under Ruben Amorim. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's actually really difficult to do. So, in at least one way, Amorim is a top gaffer. For Ruben Amorim, though, the pressure continues. The defeat means he has now lost 17 of his 33 league games in charge, and crucially, his United side have still not managed back-to-back Premier League victories under his leadership. Now, let's talk about Manchester United have wasted no time getting back to work. Following their hard-fought 2-1 victory over Chelsea at Old Trafford, a result that lifted Ruben Amorim's side back into the top half of the Premier League table, the squad returned to Carrington this week with preparations stepping up for Saturday's clash against Brentford. With a rare full week between fixtures, the coaching staff had the opportunity to drill down on both intensity and tactical sharpness. Spirits were high in training, the players buoyed by the momentum of their comeback win against Chelsea, but Amorim made it clear, this is the moment to build consistency, not relax. One of the biggest boosts came with the sight of Diogo Dalot back in full training. The Portuguese defender has been sidelined since picking up a knock on international duty, missing crucial matches against Manchester City and Chelsea. His return is a major plus for Amorim, especially given his strong recent form. Remember, his last appearance saw him provide that superb assist in United's dramatic 3-2 comeback victory over Burnley. Having completed a full session on Tuesday, Dalot now looks in contention for a starting spot in Saturday's 12:30 BST kickoff at the G-Tech Community Stadium. The squad was also lifted by the return of Matheus Cunha and Mason Mount, both of whom played key roles off the bench in the Chelsea victory after short injury layoffs. Their cameos underline just how much depth Amorim suddenly has at his disposal, and their full involvement in training this week adds real competition for starting spots. It wasn't just the senior stars making headlines, though. Young midfielder Sam Mata continued his integration into first-team training, impressing with his energy, composure, and work ethic during what was described as a lively workout. For Mata, this exposure alongside seasoned teammates is invaluable, and for Amorim, it's another reminder of the youthful talent pushing for opportunities. The session itself was high in intensity and purpose. Amorim's drills placed strong emphasis on fitness, quick ball movement, and tactical setups designed to counter Brentford's pressing game. The focus was on composure in possession, sharp transitions, and discipline out of possession, the exact areas United will need to master to secure back-to-back wins. Senior players set the tempo, leading by example, while the younger ones responded with hunger and energy. The result was a training session that reflected unity, balance, and growing collective spirit within the squad. Amorim knows the challenge ahead. Brentford, especially at home, are always tough opponents. But with momentum on their side, key players returning, and the squad showing visible togetherness at Carrington, United will travel to the capital with belief that they can build on their Chelsea win and keep climbing the Premier League table. Manchester United may be focused on the here and now, but behind the scenes, the club is already preparing for the future. Two names are dominating discussions, Mike Maignan and Carlos Baleba. First, to the goalkeeping situation. Reports claim United are keeping tabs on AC Milan's #1 Mike Maignan as a potential target for next year. The French international, who made his name at Lille before becoming one of Serie A's most reliable keepers, has long been admired by Europe's elite. Your ultimate home for every single Manchester United update that matters. All eyes were locked on Carrington once again today as the Reds pushed through another intense training session ahead of Saturday's massive Premier League showdown against Brentford at the G-Tech Community Stadium. After that nerve-shredding 2-1 win over Chelsea at Old Trafford last weekend, Ruben Amorim knows this isn't just another trip to West London. No, this is a statement opportunity, a chance to show resilience, tactical maturity, and attacking firepower against a Brentford side who have made a habit of frustrating the so-called giants. Can United finally go away from home and prove that Amorim's rebuild is alive and kicking? Or will old problems creep back in? The big talking point from today's session was crystal clear. Amorim's system is being fine-tuned to dismantle Brentford's defensive wall. Yes, you heard that right. This wasn't just fitness drills or light ball work. The boss drilled his squad endlessly on tactical shape, sharp set-piece routines, and corner block strategies with an emphasis on absolute precision. Make no mistake, this wasn't just another day at the office. This was Amorim sending out a strong message. Every detail matters, every run matters, and every player has to take responsibility if United are truly going to climb back towards those European spots next season. Do you agree that it's this relentless attention to detail that separates the average teams from the elite? Now, let's talk about the subplot that every fan is buzzing about Bryan Mbeumo's return to the G-Tech. After almost 5 years as Brentford's talisman, Mbeumo will now step onto that same pitch wearing Manchester United red. What a story that is. He knows the ground, the crowd, the weaknesses, and the strengths. Could this be the perfect fairy tale moment where he scores his first decisive United goal against the very club that made him? Just picture the scenes. Mbeumo firing one into the net in front of those supporters who once adored him. Do you believe in football destiny lining up moments like this? Or is it all down to hard work and execution? But it's not just Mbeumo who holds the hopes of Reds worldwide. The attacking quartet of Matheus Cunha, Benjamin Šeško, Amad Diallo, and Mbeumo himself were heavily involved in drills designed to test their chemistry, movement, and finishing. Cunha's relentless energy, Šeško's physical presence, Ahmad's flair, and Mbeumo's inside knowledge of Brentford together. This has all the ingredients of an attack that could terrify Premier League defenses. Yet, here's the big question. Will Amorim's blueprint actually translate into goals? Will this new-look attack finally give United the ruthless edge we've all been crying out for? Set pieces were another massive focus today. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget, like, comment, share, and subscribe.